Hi, I would like to introduce Carrie Vandenboom. Her face might seem familiar to you because she is involved in so many of the activities at Indian Hill Schools, including the boosters and the foundation. As a parent, she dedicates lots of time, but she's really here to talk about one specific activity, and that is the world of STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Carrie started her career within STEM 23 years ago. Some of her experiences related to STEM have been the Shed Aquarium, Lambeau Field, snowmobile and hiking bridge design for the DNR. That sounds really awesome. Material testing, critical environments project management for the United Healthcare, consulting work, structural failure investigation and analysis. So she brings all of those skills and she comes and she works with us related to engineering. Carrie, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa.
We are so glad to have you. This is our inaugural episode with a parent and it couldn't be better than with Carrie. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so as some background, this is year 1 out of year 5 of our strategic plan. And that strategic plan for us as a district has 3 focus areas and 10 different initiatives. And we would just like to focus on one of those initiatives for this episode and talk about STEM. So to get us thinking about that, I have some statistics for us. Okay, here we go. Employment in STEM occupations has grown over 79% since 1990 and is predicted to grow another 8.8% between 2020 and 2029. Okay, second statistic. In 2019, STEM workers had higher median earnings of $55,000 than non-STEM workers at $33,000. This is an average of degree and non-degree jobs. And finally, 74% of middle school girls expressed an interest in engineering, science, and math, but only 0.4% chose computer science as a major when they go to college. As of 2019, women comprise just 27% of the entire STEM workforce. So, with your background and your interest area, I'd love for you to respond to those statistics.
Okay, well, first off, the first statistic that you gave, I think really that was one of the reasons why I chose a STEM career, and specifically structural engineering, was because of job security, job advancement, and then also earnings. So I think for any student or child looking into industry to kind of move forward with an engineering degree, even as a foundation to maybe arts or theater, I think that's a definite career win for them in the future. The second 2 statistics that you gave aren't really surprising to me, and unfortunately, that seems to be kind of the way that we are right now, with girls having that passion and enthusiasm in younger years, in elementary and primary and middle school. And then I think they come into a high school system where they're put in those situations where they have to choose this or that, and not trying to collaborate those environments, whether it be arts and engineering.
Yes.
You can do both, and I think that we see that even in universities today, that there are so many dual degrees that are available. So I think that's really the way that the future is going to be, that to incorporate their interests, we need to foster engineering and creativity as well as some of the arts to kind of grab their attention. And I also think that last statistic really solidifies my presence here to help counsel the SWE Next group here at the high school to incorporate an innovative and welcoming and inclusive environment for girls to explore what their passions are, how can that fit into their future, and kind of making our club and what they want it to be.
Oh, there's so many thoughts I have based on that. I'm already learning from you, and we've only been talking for 2 minutes. You mentor a group of students as the leader of the Indian Hill Society of Women in Engineering group, and I just looked a little bit at some of the description of it. This group is described as an organization that supports and celebrates each student's unique passion, led by enthusiastic and dedicated parent volunteers. It sounds like an amazing organization, and it's such a great example of the partnership that we have because of our talented and dedicated parents that we have as part of the school district. I'd love to hear more about this organization.
Yeah, absolutely. As a SWE member myself, we are able to, or as members, we can mentor or be a counselor for a SWE Next group. So SWE Next is really, it goes actually through 6th through 12th. So here at Indian Hill, we decided to form a high school chapter to see how much involvement we get and how much our girls want to be part of it. And really, we've been part of the Indian Hill High School for 2 years. And really, we had to find 2 girls that were really interested in helping create the club. So we have a president, vice president that can see and help program what we do every year. So like this year, this fall, I sat down with the 2 of them and we kind of went through our mission and goals for the year. They really like to perform outreach. We had some college engineering students come in and speak to our group last year, kind of helping them decide what major or what specific engineering degree they wanted to pursue. And then right now, actually today, we have our first competition for little bristle brats that we're creating and racing, and hopefully that we'll be able to produce those as an outreach opportunity with younger Braves.
It's wonderful. When we think about STEM, again, we often think about it in relationship to just the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. But we know STEM extends far beyond that. It really reminds me of what you were saying about connecting it with dual enrollment, with arts and another area. And for us as a school district, we've been really thinking about STEM as design thinking. Sometimes that's low tech, sometimes that's high tech. But there is an opportunity for students to engage in that process on a regular basis. And so when I've been thinking about that, I thought also about your involvement as far as boosters in the foundation. And I wondered if you would share with us a little bit about how support organizations are helping our district move forward in the area of STEM.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for both cases of boosters and the foundation that we continue to be supportive of our district and their missions, like the strategic plan, and making sure that funding exists and opportunities exist for our students. And however we may do that by either matching parents, volunteers, or donations that come through to help ignite some of those programs are vital. And I think we just look for our academics, our teachers and students to come to us with their ideas and making sure that we foster those.
Great. Lastly, I think that there probably are some parents watching who say, oh, I have an interest in STEM, or I have some expertise in this other area and I'd like to be involved. So for anybody who's out there watching, how can community members become more involved and help us to actuate our strategic plan?
Absolutely. Well, I think foremost is letting your teachers or your students' teachers know that you're interested in that, or reaching out to your principal at your school. By all means, they could reach out to me, that our engineering group here, that we have an advisory committee for the high school, and just getting into the classroom and talking to people about your ideas. That I think this is definitely an inclusive environment, the Indian Hill School District, and I think it definitely welcomes parents' ideas and involvement, and that's what makes it super easy to do. So absolutely.
I think that's great advice. I have said this before, but it's worthy of saying again. I realize every day when I come to work what a special place this is. Our students inspire me. They kind of blow me away every day with all that they can do.
Yes.
I think that we have world-class educators here who are always on a mission to find a way to create the most enriching education environment that they can. They're never done in their journey of that work. And the last component of what makes it so special is our community. We are so lucky to have such supportive families, and this is a really good example of that. I can honestly say, Carrie, we would not have this type of opportunity for our girls who are interested in engineering and STEM if it wasn't for you saying, hey, did you know this was available, and even telling us about it. So I'm so thankful for you.
Well, thank you very much, Melissa. That's very nice of you to say. Thanks.
And thank you for being part of Masterclass.